Hi there. Thanks for tuning in to Make This Happen, where we discuss an idea we've been dying to see come alive. Every week, my good old friend, Alexander Gonzalez, and myself, Jay Yee, will bring a podcast you never knew you needed. How are you doing today, Alex? I feel like we're going to add the pregnant pause after the whole intro, unless you want to add it in there. I was thinking
we'll do it after.
Yeah, maybe just ask like, Alex.
I'm doing okay. Yeah, better than usual.
Okay, that's good news.
My back's hurting a little bit.
Me too.
But I'm going to do some yoga and get it done. People think yoga's for hippies, but it's actually just a bunch of stretches to help older people not feel old.
That's true. I didn't know you did yoga.
Yeah, for people who don't know, I was really fat for a long time, and then
wouldn't say
got
really fat.
I felt that way, and then I got skinnier.
Yeah.
And I did that through weightlifting for about a couple years. And what I found out is when you weightlift, you tighten everything on your body. And I became inflexible in a way. So I think
it's unflexible.
Unflexible. So now I do yoga because it's a bunch of stretches set in a row, like a training plan that basically makes you feel good.
And it's a decent core workout from what I understand as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard and awkward to maintain those postures and stuff. And I think that scares some people away. But, everything's a little difficult when you first start.
Yeah. But I like I said, I wouldn't say you were overweight, but you're also a tall person. So
Oh, yeah. I had a lot of frame to pack that meat on.
Anyway,
but how are you doing, Jay?
I'm doing all right. Let's continue this podcast because we talked about weight loss for 2 minutes. But yeah, I have an idea. And I've always had this idea, actually. Now that I think about it, when I was younger, up until I want to say, even until my college days, you've probably seen this. And when I say this, you're going to see a lot of things into how I used to project my self-image out there and what influenced that. Because I want to create a Kingdom Hearts clothing line.
All right. So when you mentioned that Kingdom Hearts was going to be the franchise,
right?
I texted you. Let me go ahead and actually find the text because I want this to be as accurate as possible. Okay. And I know that I summarize things. I said, got it. Hope the product doesn't involve more zippers. You'll have to find out.
Is what I said. You'll have to find out. Because when you said that, I'm like, well, Alex, this has a lot of zippers. So
now,
okay, what are you going to say?
I think the Kingdom Hearts clothing is both bad and good.
Okay.
Now, hear me out.
Yeah.
I think that people make fun of the zippers, but some of the coolest things that people liked about the game were the Valor form, Mystic form, Ultima form, and that's different reskins of clothing. Mm-hmm. And what people like also is when Sora transforms or has different costumes in different worlds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, most
so
definitely.
People do like the clothing, and we don't have to go zipper crazy here. I'm doing a preface here because there are collabs out there in the real world that do, like Pokemon shirts, Charlie Brown with Vans,
right?
And so on.
See, the thing is, I don't want it to be like a Uniqlo Kingdom Hearts collaboration, and all they do is like an all-over print of the Heartless symbol on like a little pocket. You know what I mean?
Man, like, that'd be dope, though.
It would be dope. That would be really cool. But what I'm saying this Kingdom Hearts clothing line will be is literally take some of the outfits that some of the main characters wear. It doesn't have to be one for one, but inspired by, and make that a clothing brand and normalize gigantic zippers on clothes that don't do anything.
Okay, so you said normalize the clothing.
Yeah.
Now, there's a couple issues here.
Okay.
And I think there are issues we can get over. some of the clothes that the characters wear are only possible because of their body proportions. And what I
That
mean by
is
body
true.
proportions is they don't have internal organs. like I'm thinking about Riku's little vest and how it still shows off his little six pack, and I'm like, and then I'm thinking about me, all of 218 pounds at 6 feet tall. And I don't know how it's gonna work.
So think about how I used to dress in college. Tell me you didn't see the influence of Riku's tiny fucking vest in my fashion sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I kind of sensed it a little bit when the layers you would wear, but I met you at a time where also you were having a transition.
That's true. That is true. I was the worst of it in high school. Let me tell you that. But yeah, no, I'm not saying we should bring Riku's super tiny tunic that fits super tight on his body. And I'm not saying we have to bring the giant clown shoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it wouldn't be one for one. Okay, so
No.
what I'm thinking about this is it's not going to be like a collaboration where there's just a little bit of influence. But what we can do, for instance, is make a really cool, but not one-to-one to make it more useful, but an Organization 13 jacket.
Yeah.
Make a nice
like
winter jacket, a black jacket, and there'll be two because I know there's one that's more slim fitting than the other. So you could have a baggy one that's an outer layer for cold weather and wet weather.
Right.
And then you could have a more snug fitting one as a coat if it's just cold weather outside.
See, the way that we could go about it is the one that's more form fitting could be kind of like a pea coat jacket, but in the form of Organization 13.
It's funny because you actually just took that out of my brain and then put it to work.
And then
that's
for
exactly
the,
what I was thinking.
Baggier, looser one, kind of like what Ansem wears when he's the Wanderer, you know, that's just a brown robe, but something more looser fitting. It could be kind of like a what do they call it? Parkas, you know?
Yeah,
kind of like a light raincoat.
I just imagine. And if you're wondering if your girlfriend will like it, I mean, look at Mickey. He seems pretty snug in there. There's sizes for everybody.
Right. But I'm also saying, though, like, it is going to have its quirks. You know what I mean? Like,
there's going to be like zippers on the inside, I'm sure. And then like the hood. I remember there being 2 zippers on the end, I think.
Yeah.
And so all those are still going to be there. Like, you're not going to be able to walk through a metal detector in these clothes.
No.
Like, you're not going to be getting on an airplane.
But like for the zippers specifically, like we don't even need to put the gigantic freaking, I don't even know what to call it, the zipper part, the thing that zips things up. It could just literally be the teeth of the zippers just to give it like a look. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm cool with bigger zippers for the actual the form stuff, because I think it would be really dope if it was a quality like zipper, and then on the bottom side, so you don't have to show anybody, it's just a normal zipper, but on the bottom side that would be pressed to your body, there'd be the Kingdom Hearts crown.
Yeah. Just
a little bit of craftsmanship. Yeah. Because I mean, if you're buying a winter coat anyway, you're spending more than a bill, right? Like it's just, if you're buying a good one that's gonna last.
And I don't even imagine these clothes to be cheap either. Like,
no, I'm thinking like 200, 300, maybe even 400 bucks.
I'm not thinking that. This isn't gonna be like designer like that. I'm thinking like for a winter jacket, like $140.
And this is,
you know,
and you know, it is expensive, but winter jackets serve multiple seasons for multiple years.
Like, I want this to be a clothing line that actually looks good, works. It's not like a cosplay costume. You know what I mean? It's like, it's meant to be worn out. But like even the shoes, like we're not going to make them gigantic, you know, like where they're freaking like a foot in the air. But I kind of want them to have that bulbous look to them because it's part of what makes Kingdom Hearts shoes, you know?
I just don't think we could sell Kingdom Hearts shoes.
You don't think just like a little tiny bulb at the end, like a little bump.
So I think what we could sell, and I'm approaching this just for fun, since you're going to be the one that's kind of trying to push it. I'm trying to make it a slight, like we have to sell it.
Like make it sellable.
Yeah, I think so. We have a market for a winter jacket. I think that would do the best because it would appeal to everybody. Now, how about this? How about we take everybody's individual pants and we sell them as rave pants? You know it's gonna work. It's puffy. There's lots of zippers. They already look like rave pants, but if they had the actual license, they'd beat any rave pant out there.
I
You
like
know what I'm
how
talking about?
I like how you call them rave pants, but how I know them as are goth pants. And that is
They
also
probably are.
that's also kind of the direction where I want to take this, where I want us to reinvent the goths or the rave pants. And instead of having chains everywhere and make them look like freaking they have wallets in every single pocket, there's just zippers, so they're a lot lighter, a lot
Yeah.
less jangly, you know, and they don't have to be so like Dickies looking, you know what I mean? They'll look
No,
nice.
definitely.
And like not just that, but we could also reinvent the cargo pant. Like it's like because you know how Sora wears the cargo
Yeah,
shorts?
yeah, no, yeah, he does.
Like we could kind of reinvent it and make it look not so cargo pantsy, you know?
And some of the stuff that the women wear in the series are actually a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking like for it'd be really cute for like a girl to have a Kyrie dress romper where it has the hood, but it also has the zipper coming down, but it's a romper too, in that there's pockets because there's tons of buttons on her Kingdom Hearts 3 one. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
The Kingdom Hearts 3
it'd be
outfit's
actually
really
viable
nice.
to sell.
Yeah.
Huh?
The Kingdom Hearts 3 outfit's pretty nice. It's 2 where it's more of like a school uniform though, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
two,
think
it's more of a school
yeah.
uniform. And I'm thinking we could even go so far as the original Keyblade holders. You could have their designs and their clothing like Terra's to do for workout clothes. I would love that, to have like the red straps and it cuts off at the sleeves and it's more form fitting. So I know it's not
Riku's
gonna
yellow
get baggy.
tunic thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having that as a
Like
as
an
a
Under
workout
Armour.
clothing.
Yeah.
Because some people don things like Captain America costume. Some people don things like Spider-Man's costume. Under Armour's done that. I think this would be a little bit more realistic, where I'm not going over the top, but the people that have played do know.
Right. Okay, not just that, but like we could even talk accessories here too. You know what I mean? Like
The accessories would be easy.
I don't know
Necklaces.
what Keyblades could be. We could just rip off. This is already a thing though, like Keyblade necklaces, kind of like rip off Tiffany's key. You know?
Yeah, and I'm also thinking, like, let's make a charm bracelet, and each one is one of the charms off the Keyblade.
Yeah, that's smart. And I'm pretty sure that's already a thing. But you know what I mean? Like people
Yeah.
want this. So like
People are creating this stuff independently.
Yeah,
And
so
if
if
there was a
Square
good
Enix-
licensed place that ensured quality, I think people would buy it.
Yeah, like a Square Enix section of like a Disney store, and it just sold Kingdom Hearts clothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
then,
I think there would be a whole jewelry section, because I know there are even if this came at the right time in my life, I wear absolutely no jewelry. I would probably wear a
Right.
ring or two, because I
Yeah.
saw some male characters wearing rings in ways where I was like, oh, I didn't know that rings could be worn that way for guys.
I bought rings because they look like Roxas's rings that he wore. The
Is
white
that
and
the character
black
that does
ones.
it? Yeah.
Yeah. Roxas also wore jeans, and then he wore shorts over the jeans. So we might not adapt that particular style. But
Do it in a cooler way, maybe, you know?
maybe. Another thing we could do is like Axel's fire wheels, you know, make those into bracelets. It's easy.
Oh, yeah.
I think it would be a success, and like we could keep going on and on. But you know what I'm getting at. I want high quality.
No, this is deep. This would make some money here if they wanted to do it. And you know what? I feel like they're scared, and they could try this out. It would be like an implementation where you try it out in Disneyland Tokyo first.
Yeah.
You do a pop-up shop there, and then if it has some success, do a pop-up shop in SoCal. Don't go to Orlando, go to SoCal. I don't
Well, it
know
has to
why,
be
but I'm getting the
Disney
vibe.
area.
Huh?
It has to be like Disney era. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it'll start off at like Disneyland's and Disney stores and Disney World and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's where
Yeah.
it'll start. But eventually, I kind of want it to have like its own standalone store that you'll see at like malls or like at I guess now online, because malls are kind of dying out. But like I want it to have kind of like its own brand, but obviously it'll start at Disney. You know?
And yeah, and just one more to tack on of all the ideas. I don't really do the little keychains on phone, but if you were to give me one of the charms for my favorite keyblade, like Oblivion, like, and I got a little charm, I'd probably put that on my phone.
Oh yeah,
like if I had to mention.
most definitely.
Yeah.
All right, but I know we don't normally do this on this show, but like I said, they would branch out. It doesn't even have to be that. What is the name of this brand of clothing? You know what I mean? Like, what is the branding? It can't just be Kingdom Hearts clothing. You know what I mean? It has to have like a cool name. Like,
I think Heartless Clothing.
okay, yeah, that works. Heartless clothing. I like it. All right, so Square Enix, make this happen. Thanks for listening. If you have any suggestions or products you'd like to see, still, for second time reading this, guys, products you'd like to see talked about, feel free to write in at @poundgames@gmail.com. We have a Patreon. If you'd like to join the @Pound family, come find us at patreon.com/wearenotgamedevs. Patrons receive episodes 2 days early, meaning make this happen gets to your ears that much sooner. If you enjoyed our show, take a second and give us a review. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Store, and more. Alex, what is your franchise for next week?
I've been holding back, but it is Pokemon.
What? That's not what you told me before.
What was it before that I was
I don't even remember. It was
I have
like
tons of ideas. Like, I don't have a problem coming up with ideas for this.
All right, cool. It was a person. I forgot who it was, but Pokemon. I'm down. Let's do it.
Oh, damn. What was the person?
Well, you better not change it on me when we record next
Pokemon.
time.
Yeah,
Pokemon. All right, guys. Look forward to us making something new in Pokemon.
From Pokemon.
Catch you guys next Sunday.
See ya.